Okay, look at this. We are in Comparing and Scaling 3.2. The second part in our series of applications, unit conversions. Today we're going to learn how to convert various units of measure. Let's take a look. Here's a nice table to give you an idea of all the different kind of units that we could be converting. We have mass, that's weight, and then we have length, and we have currency, money. This is US dollars. And then we have capacity, that's gallons, cups, milliliters, and then we have time. And we're going to be looking at measurement conversions both in the metric system and the US system. So you get some familiarity with both. Now to do this, we can convert any measure as long as we have some sort of rate, or even better, a unit rate, because then we can set up a proportion and solve. Or we can use the unit cancel method. I'm going to show you both. Let's take a look. First one says, Ronald walked 5 miles in 2 hours at a steady pace. How far can he walk in 1 hour and 15 minutes? Well, what is the rate? Let's set up the rate. The rate is 5 miles in 2 hours. So we set it up as a ratio, call the rate. And we're going to set up a proportion if we can. Here's the other ratio we want to set up. And we're given how far can he walk. So we want to know distance. So we know this will be X miles. Now I know I've got my proportion set up correctly because I have miles. And so here I have hours. That looks like hours, but that's a U. And then I'm going to put hours over here too. Or the problem prizes right here where we have how far can he walk in 1 hour and 15 minutes. 15 minutes. We have two different units. We have hours and we have minutes. So maybe we better not use hours here. Maybe we better use minutes instead. So let's rewrite our proportion to look like this. 5 miles per 120 minutes. Because 2 hours is 60 minutes times 2, so 120 minutes. And then I'm going to put X miles over 75 minutes. Now you might be wondering, how'd you get 75 minutes? Well, I know 1 hour is 60 minutes plus the 15 makes 75 minutes. Now I have miles and minutes, miles and minutes. I have the same units. I can solve this per proportion by taking crisscross multiply, so I get 120x equals 75 times 5. This is where you get your handy dandy calculator. And 75 times 5 equals 375. And then I divide and we get an answer of 3.125 miles. Yay. Simple. Okay, find the rate. A quick summary here. We find the rate, set up a proportion, and then make sure our units match. If not, we adjust the units, solve the proportion. Now, how to use the unit cancel method. This is similar to a proportion and similar to using rates, but we're going to multiply. Let's look at it here. This is a US system, and it uses some units that are no longer used anymore, like boards and cords and roods and square chains and baronies. These are all outdated, no longer used, but we can use them to help us learn how to convert and use this cancel method, because the unit cancel method works for any kind of units. So it says here, how many boards are in 1 square foot? If you think you know how to try to solve this on your own, go ahead, stop the video and give it a shot. Otherwise, stick around. I'm going to show you how to do it. The first thing we want to know is boards in square foot. So I'm just going to write, we want to know boards per 1 square foot. I'm going to abbreviate square foot like that. Okay, how many boards per 1 square foot? That's what we're after. We want the ratio to end like that. So now I start. Okay, let's see. I have square foot in yard, square foot in inches, inches in board. So that's what I'm going to write, is I'm going to write off the get-go. I'm going to set up 1 board. Oops. Let's go red. 1 board. I'll use BD to abbreviate board. Is 12 square inches. Now I'm going to multiply that times something else. And what I want to do is cancel my unit. So I want square inches to be on the top. Because you know, when you multiply, you cancel, you can cross cancel. And I want to, if I have square inches on the bottom, I want the next one to be on top because I want boards left over, just the units left over. So square inches, 144. I get the 144 by looking right up here and saying equals square foot. So I'm going to write one square foot. Now both of these ratios I've gotten from the table up here. 1 board per 12 square inches right here, and 144 square inches per square foot right here. And I'm just going to multiply these, and I want to multiply them so that my units cancel right here. Square inches cancel, leaving me with just boards right here and square feet here, which is exactly what I wanted, boards per square foot. So this is going to equal 144 over 12, and that's a simple division problem. That equals 12 boards, abbreviating, per square foot. So the answer turns out to be 12 boards are in a square foot. All right, let's go to the next one. This one says, how many boards are in a square yard? All right, you see if you can set this up and try it your own. Otherwise, stick around, we'll show you how. Here we go. We want boards in 1 square yard. So I'm going to write over here, BD for boards and square yards. That's what I'm after. Those are the units that I want left after I cancel. So let's see what I got. I have square yards here in square feet. I have boards in square inches, and I have square foot in square inches. So let's start with 9 square feet equals a square yard, and then we can take yards. We want boards per square yard. Boards per square yard. So if I go square feet, then I have 1 board per square inch, and then I can go inches per square foot. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. Ready? Here we go. Let's try blue. First off, I'm going to have 9 square feet per 1 square yard times, and now I want to put 144 square inches over 1 square foot. 1 square foot. And the reason I'm going there is because I want this square foot and this square foot to cancel and disappear. So then I'd have square inches to square yard. Now I got to get boards. And I know boards are right here. 1 board per 12 inches, square inches. So this one's going to be, we're going to want square inches on the bottom and boards on top. And why? Because the square inches here and the square inches there have to cancel. So this is 1 board, getting it from right up here, 1 board, 12. Now let's see what cancels. Square feet cancel, square feet cancel, square inches cancel, leaving me with boards and square yards, just what I wanted. Boards over square yards. Now I just multiply the numbers. 9 times 144. I already did the math for you, so that equals 1296. And 12 is left on the bottom. 1296 divided by 12 will equal 108 boards per square yard. 108. All right, let's try another one. How many square inches are in 1 cord? So again, we want square inches per cord. That's what we want left over. So let's start. We know there are 12 square inches in 1 board. Where did I get that? Right up here at the table. Why am I doing that? Because I want square inches and I want cords. And cords and boards are related, boards and inches. So I'm going to use this one and this one. in my solution here. That's going to be times. Now I want to get rid of boards, so I'm going to put boards up top, BD, and I want chords on the bottom, chords on the bottom. I know that because I wrote it over here to figure out. So boards, 192 boards per one chord, 192 per one. How did I know that? I looked right here. Now I do the math. Let's make sure we cancel. We got this one canceled. We got that one canceled, leaving me with square inches and chords, just like I wanted. Square inches and chords. So now I take 12 times 92. 12 times 192. That's going to require a calculator. 12 times 192 equals 2304. 2304, and that's going to be over 1. So the answer turns out to be 2,304 square inches per one chord. All right, one more. You try this one on your own and see how you do, and then come back. I'll show you the solution. Here we go. Roods per acre, so we want roods over acre in units. Okay, so that means we have given up here, we're going to use this one rood for square yard, and we're going to use square yard per acre, this one, because then we can go from rood to acres. So let's start with this one here. First, we know that we want roods on top, so I'll put 1 rood over 1210 square yards times, and now I want to get square yards on top, so they cancel. That's 4840, 4840. How do I know? Because I'm looking right here. And that's going to be 1 acre on the bottom, 1 acre. Simple ratios are given right out of the table. And now I can see, all right, these cancel, those cancel, leaving me with rood per acre and roods per acre, just what I wanted. Now I just multiply, so I end up with 4840 over 1210. And when you take that math, 4840 divided by 1210 equals a total of 4. End up with 4. Whoa, come back. Oh no, dang it, lost it. All right, we end up with 4. Oh, my hand keeps hitting that and erasing it. We end up with 4 roods per 1 acre. Sorry, the math disappeared. And that's it. We're summarized. I can convert units of measure, any of them. Use a rate, set up a proportion and solve, or you can use the unit cancel method. If you've never seen the unit cancel method, try it a couple times. If you're comfortable with it, use it. If not, go back to the proportion method. Either way, whatever works best for you is the easiest. When you get into Khan Academy, you're going to try all kinds of different units. Have fun!